Hey boys, and welcome back to another Bleach Break Soul video, and today, what we're going to be talking about today is how to prepare for the upcoming hard difficulty of Guild Quest for the upcoming weeks. Now, the hard difficulty has already been out right now. We kind of have a general understanding of what you should be building for your teams and how you should be tackling these upcoming weeks. Now, unfortunately, most people can't beat it, and that's perfectly fine. The Aspire Week of Guild Quest is already hard as is, and it didn't really make sense to be starting this hard difficulty for that specific week because it's not that good. For the upcoming weeks, though, it should be a lot easier because you probably have a lot of better characters with those other killers, right? And other attributes. So what we're going to talk about today is showing you example teams of how you should be building your upcoming teams for these upcoming Guild Quest weeks, right? So the next week is going to be the no affiliation week, and then after that, it's going to go back to week 1 for the Holo Killer, Sorry Killer, Aranka, Captain, and that's basically where we're going to stop it, right? We're going to stop at the Captain Killer week and just show you example teams, what I'm going to be using, and how I'm going to be tackling these upcoming Guild Quests. So what you're seeing right now is the team that I've been using to beat this current Guild Quest, and I have gotten a lot faster. If you saw my video, I did actually get a 2-second left clear time. Now I'm getting around 10 seconds left, so we've actually gotten faster, and I've also changed up my team quite a bit. So the general idea of what you want to do for these upcoming hard difficulty of GQs is to have a main runner, someone that's preferably max transcended. Now you don't need a character max transcended. You can have the character 2-5, 3-5, and that's probably ideal, right? If you have them 2-5, you have a level 10 SP and level 10 focus, and they should do the job perfectly fine. Hopefully, right? We have to wait and see. And also, if they have a high berserker value, if they are one of the newer characters, that's going to be even better. The second character you want to have is someone that can just be NAD. You want NAD characters in your team. Funny enough, when we first saw the data mined information for this GQ, we all thought NAD characters were dead, but nope, NAD characters are actually the key to this, because without this Ichiban on my team, I wouldn't be able to do it. Believe that or not, it's actually quite crazy. Now, one thing you do need to know is that your NAD character needs to have as a high attack value as possible, because these enemies right here, the bosses, have a very high defense, especially on the later parts with the Aaroniero and Aaroniero, right? So you want to make sure your NAD character has a high as attack value as possible to ensure that he can do damage, because if he doesn't have a certain attack stat, more specifically around the 3600 range, you're going to start doing 1 damage to the final bosses. Now what you can do is bring a third character that's going to be boosting your team, and that's why we brought Nanao right here. Nanao actually does have an SA2 that gives us a shield and also boosts us, and that allows my Ichiban to pretty much have a pretty high attack value. You can see right here, we have around 3600 attack. With the boost, it means we can hit around the 4k attack stat, and that means we can just keep doing damage to all these bosses. And that's basically the idea. Now, golden chappies are going to be key for this, but you don't need a golden chappie. If you don't have a golden chappie, you can probably just equip a golden chappie in a different attribute, or just bring something like the punching bag. That could also help you refer to an attack. It's very valuable that your attack character or your NAD-based character has a level 10 attack, because if you don't, they're going to start doing 1 damage a lot earlier, right? In addition to that, having a character, your main runner, being attribute advantage against the main boss is also going to be very important, because you want your NAD character to do as much damage as possible. In addition to yourself and your boost character, you want to try and get through these first 4 bosses as fast as possible, and then when you get to the 5th boss, your NAD character can die, it doesn't really matter, but at that point, if you have around 30 or so seconds left, it will allow yourself to do a bunch of SP damage using your strong attacks multiple times, and that's hopefully the way you're going to be able to beat this quest. So hopefully that makes sense, right? That's the general idea of how you want to tackle it. For the accessories, if you are wondering, a Masanga, a Fortification Pill, and a T-set is going to be the best go-to strategy. If you don't have the T-set, rock the punching bag. Give them 3 Senka Eisens. With the NAD character, go with 4 attack. Put on a Zangetsu Link just for the extra DR and NAD, and then put 2 weakened accessories on, because you want to make sure they don't get weakened. And then for your other character, you can go full recharge and just, again, make sure that they're always immune to weakening. If they are naturally immune to weakening, it's even better. So what I'm going to showcase now is the upcoming teams I'll potentially be using for these upcoming GQs. So the next week is actually going to be the no affiliation week, and this one's very, very tough because we don't have a lot of NAD characters. In fact, the no affiliation killer only has 1 NAD character, and it's Masaki. Now, lucky for us, Masaki is literally the best character for this, and if you don't have Masaki, you're probably going to struggle. I don't even know if it's going to be able to beat it without Masaki. Now, Masaki being a NAD character with a high bruiser, high attack stat, and make sure she has level 10 attack, going to be key to this. She is also able to provide you with the boost and shield that you need to make sure that she can do damage to the bosses, and also just to make sure that your whole team in general can do a lot of damage. Now, for me, I'm going to actually be rocking Noelle as the main runner, because she does have a high berserker value, very good strong attacks with recharge, very good, have her at level 10 SP. Hopefully, that will be enough for me to be able to beat this quest, but again, we have to wait and see, right, because we don't entirely know how good this team is going to be in the quest. Now, after that, you could actually rock Shinsui. I don't have Shinsui, so unfortunately, I can't rock him. They can't field what I am talking about. So So I'm going to be rocking the Nini as a side lane just to ensure that she can also push back the enemy, keep the enemy distracted with full recharge builds, also keep her protected with the shield, and also just give me a shield in general, right? Both of these characters right here are giving themselves shields and giving me shield, and that's going to allow them to not take damage. Now, unfortunately, no one in this team actually inflicts any status augment, and that might actually ruin the team. So I'm not sure how good this team is going to be for the upcoming no affiliation week, but I'm just going to try it and see how it plays out. After that, we're going back to the OG week, right? We have the Holo week. Now, for this one, you want to bring Holo mini characters. Now, the two best characters for this is probably going to be this Ruruka right here and this Hiyori. Both of them are Nad-based characters, give them level 10 attack, and they're going to be able to do a lot of damage. Now, unfortunately for them, none of them are actually immune to weakening, so I'm probably going to have to equip them with some accessories and links to make sure they are immune to that. Same goes for my Byakuya. I could actually avoid putting some weakening accessories onto the Byakuya and actually just position myself properly so I don't actually get weakened. We're going to have to see how this goes. Now, this team more specifically is going to be very good, specifically because you have a bunch of vortexes. The Ruruka has a vortex, my Byakuya has a vortex, and also the Hiyori has a vortex. So essentially, even though we don't have any status augments to stop the enemy, the vortexes all going off at different times should hopefully stop the enemy from attacking us, allowing us to do a bunch of Nad damage. And that's the general idea of what I'm going to go for that. Obviously for me, I'm very fortunate to have a 5 out of 5 Byakuya. That should help me out quite a bit. If you don't have Byakuya, just focus on bringing a character that obviously is level 10 SP, level 10 focus more specifically. Make sure they are mined just to have the easier time when you get to the final boss, and just give them full SP, sad items and stuff like that, and you should be fine. After that, we have the Soul Reaper week. Now, this one should be quite easy if you do have the characters. Now, again, you can kind of see what we're doing here. We have two Nad characters, and both of them are actually boost characters, so very, very good. Tokinada, obviously, being the GOAT of BBS, is going to be able to do a bunch of Nad damage from the distance, and also boosting himself. Kirio also kind of does the same thing. She's actually healing us too, in case they do take some damage, but she is also boosting us too. Now, one thing about Kirio is that she's actually probably going to be the MVP for this upcoming Soul Reaper week, because she is a man character. She's going to have attribute advantage, so I'm going to make sure to prepare in advance. I'm probably going to take her to level 10 attack, just to ensure that she can do a lot of damage. This week should also be easy. As you can see, I'm also bringing another Byakuya just to help that, because he's also max transcended. He's going to be my go-to character for that. What I can actually do is take him off and put on this Ichigo. I might actually do that, because Ichigo is going to be obviously attribute advantage, and he should be able to out-damage the Byakuya. So that's what I might do. This might be my team for the upcoming Soul Reaper week. So you can kind of see the idea here. We have an SP character as our main, my best SP character as possible, with high SP, level 10 SP, level 10 attack, focus and stuff. And then we have two Nad characters as support, and also both of them find out providing a boost, ensuring that we can have a high attack stat as high as possible. Then going on to the next week, we have the Aaroniero week. Now this one's going to be a bit difficult for me, but again, luckily I do have a max transcendent character. This is the media Aaroniero week. Soifon is definitely going to be the MVP for this week, because she is a Nad character. Again, focus on getting her to level 10 attack. I actually have to do that. I also have the link shot her, but I have a few weeks to do that, so I'm not stressing too much. If you can do that, she's going to be very good, because she's providing your team with a vortex that's going to stop the enemies from attacking you for a short period of time. And then this Soifon is also providing herself and her team with the boost, just ensuring that she has a high attack stat as possible. Now, I don't have a third character here because I'm still indecisive on who I should put here, but if you do have the swimsuit Halibel, she's also going to be a very good character for this week, because she is also a Nad character. Again, give her level 10 attack, and they should be able to breeze through the first 4 bosses very easy, and then you can use your final character to do as much damage as possible in the 30 or so seconds that you might have against the final boss, and that's what you should be able to do. And then for the final week we're going to be talking about is the Captain week. This one should be pretty easy, because for the most part, as you can see all these Captain killers right here, you have a bunch of characters that are Nad based, and Nad is the key to this, right? So I'm going to be using this team right here. We have the Ichigo. I believe he is actually immune to weakening, so he's definitely going to be the go-to character for a lot of people. At this point in time, he's actually going to have attribute advantage against the final boss. He is immune to weakening, so he's going to be very, very good. If you don't have him, you can probably just rock a Nad character. I can actually switch out this Noitora and put you in, but Noitora is providing the boost. Again, similar strategy right here. We have two Nad characters, we have an SP character, and one of them is providing us with a boost. Now, what I can do is take you off and then put you on, because you actually are probably going to be a bit better, because obviously he does actually have a longer boost. It's a 20-second boost compared to Noritora's 10-second boost. And that right there, I know I've been rambling on, but that's the general gist of how you want to be building your upcoming teams for these hard difficulty of GQs. You want your main runner to be your best possible character with high SP, high attack, high focus, and then you preferably want two Nad characters. If they can boost, even better. If they can't, it's perfectly fine. Give them level 10 attack, give them your best accessories, give them weaken resistance if they aren't naturally immune to weakening, and you should be able to beat these upcoming GQs. So that right there was the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. I know, like I said, I rambled on, but if this can give you some advice on what you should be building your teams for the upcoming GQs, then this video was a success. So hopefully it can help you out. If it can, make sure you show support by commenting down below. What teams are you going to be using? What strategies are you going to be using for this upcoming difficulty for hard GQ for the upcoming weeks? Let me know down below in the comments. That being said, hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.